JBN, we keep you informed. Coming up in the news today, police unearth drug trafficking syndicate between Jamaica and Trinidad. Woman found with stolen baby to face identification parade. PMP councillor wants more resources to fight dengue in Clarendon. Truck driver dies on road while walking to collect flu medication. Police Federation throws support behind cop physically assaulted by bus driver. Foreign Affairs Ministry addresses police presence at High Commission in London and by-election for Portland Eastern to be held at PM's discretion, says Chang. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Police unearth drug trafficking syndicate between Jamaica and Trinidad. The Narcotics Police have unearthed a drug trafficking syndicate operating between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago when they arrested and charged 3 people at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston for breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act on Thursday, January 30. Charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine and importing cocaine are Francine Barrett, 30, of Frankfield District in Clarendon, Jermaine Smith, 38, also of Frankfield, and Lovelace Hamilton, 43, of Trout Hall in Clarendon. Reports from the police are that Barrett, Smith, and Hamilton arrived in Jamaica on a flight from Trinidad. During security searches, white substance resembling cocaine was found in their possession. The 3 were then taken to a medical facility where they further expelled a quantity of capsules containing white substance resembling cocaine weighing approximately 7 pounds, with an estimated street value of $7.5 million. Barrett is scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Monday, February 11, while Smith and Hamilton are scheduled to appear in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, February 12. Woman found with stolen baby to face identification parade. Police say the woman was held with a stolen baby at the Registrar General's Department, RGD, in Twickenham Park, St. Catherine, remains in police custody and is to face an identification parade as soon as arrangements are finalized. A DNA test has confirmed that the baby found with the woman was the same child who was snatched from a bed at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital in Kingston on January 8. The mother, Suzette White, went to use the bathroom, but when she returned, her newborn was missing. White and her common-law husband, Sinclair Hutton, were contacted after the woman's arrest on Tuesday and asked to have a DNA test done to confirm the baby's identity. The Constabulary's Corporate Communications Unit said the baby remains in state care whilst the relevant procedures are completed. PMP councillor wants more resources to fight dengue in Clarendon. The People's National Party PMP caucus at the Clarendon Municipal Corporation is calling on the government to provide additional resources to the Clarendon Health Department to increase fogging and other vector control activities across the parish. Counsel for the AIDS Division and Chairman of the caucus, Scean Branswell, said the statistics reported by Senior Medical Officer Dr. Kimberly Scarlett Campbell is alarming and expressed concern about the continuous spread of dengue in the parish and its effects primarily on children. He outlined that in all of 2017, there were 50 suspected cases of dengue reported to the authorities, and in 2018, the records show that there were 80 suspected cases. This, he said, is in contrast to the single month of January 2019, where 123 suspected cases have been recorded. The council stated that the situation was made worse because of the non-collection of garbage in many areas in the parish. Barnesville criticized the limited resources being provided by the government, which he said suggests that the health and welfare of the citizens of Clarendon are not being given priority attention. In many areas, the residents have said they have not seen a garbage truck since the start of 2019. The ad hoc manner in which garbage collection is carried out in the parish has certainly exacerbated the situation of the infestation of mosquitoes, he said. Otted arrested and charged for illegal firearm and ammunition. The Almonton police arrested and charged a man in connection with the seizure of a Glock pistol and 14 rounds of ammunition on Anderson Road, Kingston 4 on Wednesday. He is 22-year-old Javon Anson, otherwise called Hothead, of Anderson Road, Kingston 4 and the Cumberland address in St. Catherine. He is charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. The police say about 9:20 p.m. a team was on patrol in the area when Anson was accosted, searched, and the firearm with the ammunition was found in a bag he was carrying. He was subsequently taken into custody and charged. Truck driver dies on road while walking to collect flu medication. The rural community of St. John, which borders the parishes of Clarendon and St. Catherine, has been hard hit by news that one of its residents, O'Neill Everett Cottrell, died suddenly this week after complaining about flu-like symptoms. On Tuesday, February 5, a resident of the community stumbled upon Cottrell lying on a path that connects his house to the main road in St. John. The woman raised an alarm and other residents converged on the scene, some speculating that Cottrell had died there. One of Cottrell's aunts eventually arrived and took him to the Linstead Public Hospital in St. Catherine, where he was pronounced dead. When a visit was made to the district yesterday, members of the bereaved family were huddled in a room where Cottrell lived up to the time of his sudden death. He shared the room with his common-law wife and 3 young sons, residents disclosed. His relatives at the house declined to be interviewed, stating that they were too distraught. Cottrell's common-law wife was still in tears. A cousin of the deceased said that Cottrell complained about experiencing flu-like symptoms from as early as Sunday this week. From them Monday, don't go work, you know I'm sick bad, a St. John resident said, adding that Cottrell worked with Windalco as a boxside truck driver. A resident of the deceased said the late Cottrell left his house shortly before midday on Tuesday and was heading to the main road in his community to collect medication from a taxi operator who was asked to make the delivery. Him dropped down when him almost reached the main road to collect the medication. His girlfriend sent for him with a taximan, relative added. Speculation in the meantime is rife that Cottrell died as a result of dengue fever, or he probably fell and hit his head on a stone. A post-mortem will be conducted to help determine the cause of death. Police Federation throws support behind cop physically assaulted by bus driver. The Police Federation has thrown its support behind the policeman who was involved in the shooting of a bus driver in Spalding, Clarendon on Tuesday. The officer was also physically assaulted during the incident. In a statement yesterday, the Federation condemned the blatant attack on the policeman, who it said has its full support in dealing with this dramatic experience. The incident, which quickly started making the rounds on social media, began with an altercation between a policeman and the bus driver, who was stopped for his documents to be checked. After looking at the documents, the policeman asked that the vehicle be put on a record, which led to the dispute. Another policeman reportedly intervened after his colleague was assaulted and the bus driver shot. A police service vehicle was badly damaged and reinforcement had to be called in to restore order in the area following the confrontation. The Federation in its statement said the attack was unwarranted and shows the volatile climate and warrant disregard for law and order in which the Jamaican police operates. Chairman of the Police Federation, Inspector Sheldon Gordon, is urging rank and file members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, to remain calm and professional in light of escalating unprovoked attacks during the lawful execution of their duties. Foreign Affairs Ministry addresses police presence at High Commission in London. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade has moved to address the situation which occurred at the Jamaica High Commission in London on Tuesday when the police were called on protesters. The protesters were demonstrating the deportation of Jamaicans from the United Kingdom. In a statement, the ministry said at least 2 persons became verbally abusive to the staff who felt threatened and considered it necessary to have the situation diffused by the diplomatic police. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade is aware of a voice note being circulated on social media accusing the Jamaica High Commission in London of calling the police on persons peacefully protesting in front of its office on Tuesday, February 4. The Foreign Ministry has been advised that a small group enter the reception area to deliver a letter to the High Commission about the chartered flight scheduled to land in Kingston on February 6. Emotions were reportedly high, particularly among persons protesting the return of their relatives to Jamaica. At least 2 persons became verbally abusive to the staff of the High Commission, who felt threatened and considered it necessary to have the situation diffused by the diplomatic police. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, said it is possible that the person who circulated the voice note was unaware of the aggression shown to the High Commission staff inside the building and therefore misunderstood the context within which the panic button was pressed. The call was not made in respect of the approximately 30 peaceful protesters present that day exercising their lawful rights outside the High Commission. She said the ministry is reassuring the public that Jamaican missions overseas will continue to protect the interests of Jamaicans across the world with dedication and respect. She also encouraged members of the community who might have shared the voice note widely to also share the explanation set out in this release. By-election for Portland Eastern to be held at PM's discretion, says Chang. The Jamaica Labour Party JLP says constituents in Portland Eastern will not have a long wait before a by-election is called. The seat became vacant last Saturday following the murder of the Member of Parliament Dr. Linvale Bloomfield. In an interview yesterday, JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang was asked the possible time frame for the calling of a by-election. Once you lose an MP, we don't want constituents to remain without representation for a long time. Our democracy is a very active one. It is vibrant. We will have the election at the Prime Minister's discretion. It is the Prime Minister's call and I don't want to anticipate him, Chang said. Earlier this week, the opposition People's National Party said it will be prepared in the event that an early by-election is called in Portland Eastern. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.